Welcome back to the Legs Through the Wolf podcast. I'm Christian.
I'm Tyler, and lately
we have not been up to jack, dude.
Nothing, dude. It's been a pretty couple boring days. Not gonna lie.
I mean, like, it's not like I'm bored, but it's not like I'm doing anything interesting lately either.
Yeah.
Just been turning on the TV. I've been getting well. Actually, I've been doing well, like on the reading and learning different things, learning how to use since we're getting all the Adobe stuff for free, Adobe, Photoshop, Premiere.
Yeah, I started to learn how to type. It's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like I started.
Typing's hard?
I started like doing it, but then when I actually need to type stuff, like I'm not far enough into the program where I can like type words. I only know the first row of my fingers barely. So then I have to just.
Do they call it the home row keys?
Yeah. Wait, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Do they call it the home row keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, so I can't type a 100-word response like that because I don't even know how to type yet. So I have to just revert back to my old ways of typing. So it's like going all right.
Dude, just do everything the right way.
I know.
Trust me, dude, it'll become so much easier the more you do it.
I should freaking learn how to write too. I literally can't write. Like my handwriting is so sloppy, so bad.
Yeah. Mine was always really bad too, and my parents used to get so mad at me for it.
I know. My dad, all the time when I was like in middle school, when we would have to bring home the papers for them like to read and like check off and stuff, he would always bug out and always get mad at me because he could never read it, and he was like, Tyler, like if I can't read it, your teachers can't. I'm like, I was just like, Dad, teachers can read any handwriting.
Yeah.
And he would
and like
my mom
used to tell me when I was younger too.
Dude, because I don't pick up the pen off the paper. It stays like that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. My mom used to tell me when I was younger. I'd be writing. Numbers were the worst for me. Christian, what the hell is that? She's like, that's a 6, Mom. That's a 6? That's not a 6. That's a 0 with a tail.
At work, I have to like, if I'm not the delivery driver, I write like names on the people's bags because like it's like a whole new system and stuff. Long story short, my boss is like, one time I had to write, I think it was like John. He was like, Purdy, what the hell is that? And I was like, it's John. And he was like, get a new bag. It was so funny. Like,
yeah, it's fun. Like, I don't know. I don't get what the big deal is. Like, if you could read it,
right?
If you could read it, if it's just for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's
not that big.
No, my parents always. My mom used to tell me too. It's like, does presentation not matter anymore? See, when I was in school, if I wrote like this, I'd get a 0 immediately. But
nowadays, though, we don't even have to write that much. It's all typing.
Yeah, dude. You know what I tried to bring back in my senior year of high school?
What?
I tried to bring back cursive.
I was literally gonna just say that.
I was trying to bring it back. I was like, you know what, bro? A lot of people are forgetting, like, the art, dude.
Yeah, my best friend.
Cursive's a lost art, bro.
My best friend Noah, his mom is like teaching them how to write cursive, like while like they're on a break.
Cursive. I know how to. I'm just really slow at it.
Oh, I don't know how to. Dude, my
signature. To get better my senior year.
I don't even think it's the right way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It just takes me a really long time to write, but I can do it pretty well. I wish all my stuff was in cursive.
You want to? I want to learn how to do.
What?
Write an A like how it is on a keyboard.
That's what my sister does.
Right?
It's not very hard.
It looks so much better than the circle with the tail.
Yeah. No, that's how my sister does it, and it actually looks pretty cool. It's not very hard either. It's like a little angle.
Kids in private school, that's how they write. My cousins in private school, that's how they write their A's. Maybe it's coincidence, but like I wouldn't doubt it if that's how they're taught to write when they're younger. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's a stretch.
Like my sister, I think, just picked it up because it's
one of what I picked up. How do you write your 7s? Just the regular like dash and then down?
I put the little thing in the middle.
See what I did when I was younger. It was honestly 5th or 6th grade, and I saw the 7 where it's a line up, then it's a little U, then it's a slash down, and then the line in the middle. And
wait, what? A line up and a little U?
So it's a little line up, then it's a little like dip down, and a line across and a slash across the middle.
Oh, so it's like curvy.
Let me show you right now. I mean, no one really else can see.
Yeah. weird. So it's like a little squiggly line.
Wait, hold on. Let me do it backwards so you can actually see it.
No. I see it.
Hold on, I kind of want to write this
It's like this
backwards.
little squiggly line at the top, and then a 7.
Yeah. And I thought that was sick when I first saw that. So I started doing it, and now it's literally a habit. Like, that's all I do when I write. Like, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like, that's how I would write it. Which is pretty crazy because I picked it up that quickly. Now that's how I write all my 7s.
Yeah. I still practice the techniques like they taught us when I first learned.
I don't remember any
You
of that.
remember?
No.
I just remember how to write a 5. What they'd say is you go down and around and you give it a hat.
What? I don't remember
That's how
any
they
of that.
taught us. That's how they taught us in my kindergarten.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, they had one of those for all the letters. I only remember 5 though. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try to practice all my classes now. I'm gonna write only in cursive. Rest of the semester.
That's a good.
It'll be so cool. Like it's a conversation piece. It's like, wait, are you writing in cursive? Yeah, bro.
It's like another language.
Exactly. You know, it's like, oh, I haven't seen that forever. I'm like, yeah, bro. You know.
I'm just like that.
Yeah. I was old school, bro. I believe in the old school. That's why.
Well, something that I want to get, speaking about old school, and you told me that you watched the 69 Jordan game, 69-point Jordan game. I don't know if I'll actually get it, but I mean, I'll actually consider it like the NFL Game Pass. I think it's like $100. Dude, it's sick. You can watch like any game from anywhere from...
Starting at what year?
I think around 2010.
2010?
Yeah, something around that time. So, because all that's on TV now is old sports memories and like games, and there's only so much. Like, I can watch some of those, but it's always like the most popular ones. Like sometimes I want to watch the ones that no one really knows about.
Exactly, I feel that. I mean, I watched Michael Jordan's 69-point game with my dad the other day. It was like the 30-year anniversary of it, which was pretty cool. I've been watching like old like World Cup games, stuff like that, which have been interesting. And it's cool, like, see how much things have changed. Mm-hmm. Like, even just the way people move is different back then, you know?
Well, all sports have completely evolved. I mean, look at football. Football went from a running sport to a hybrid sport to a completely different offense called the West Coast offense that Bill Walsh implemented with the 49ers. Then all teams adapted that, and then it just turned into a passing league. You know, I'm sure soccer is the same way somehow. I'm sure basketball. Well, basketball the 3, and that really just started happening.
Yeah. No, it's not like back then too. It's like in basketball it was just different. They defended a lot harder, which is cool to watch.
Oh yeah, well now everyone's babies.
You know? Now everyone's soft, and that's actually every sport. Every sport's getting a little soft.
Yeah. Well, have you ever? Did you hear this quote? Well, not a quote, just like statement by I think it was Charles Barkley. It was like when Curry was like dominant. Like I mean, I guess you could say he's still in his prime, but it was like 2 or 3 years after he really started getting good, and Charles Barkley was just like, "Yeah, Steph Curry ruined the game of basketball," and like it's not the way you think it is. He said, "Yeah, he ruined the game of basketball. All these kids growing up now only care about shooting the 3." And they just grow up saying Curry, and which is like it's kind of true if you really think about it. The 3 has changed basketball. Some guys will literally get drafted just to shoot the 3, no defense, no driving. You know, like it's crazy. By one player changed the whole game forever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's pretty cool though too. Like imagine having that impact in your sport. You know,
was there ever a soccer player where he just did something that completely changed the game, and every single kid just wanted to do that one thing?
That's actually a good question. They're not a player, but a coach for sure.
Coach, what did he do? What was his name?
Pep Guardiola in Barcelona changed the game, made like it's always kind of been like a passing. Well, no. And it's actually, it's not even a coach. It's just this club. Because soccer used to be, like, a while ago. This is just, I don't really know because I didn't really watch it back then. I was alive. But what I've heard is that before Barcelona started playing with the ball and, like, passing the ball and playing possession, soccer was a lot more direct. In the sense that, like, they'd kick the ball a lot more and just kick the ball and run forward. Kind of like the things I complain about American soccer. That's how it used to be around the world. And until Barcelona and like Johan Cruyff, who was an old coach there, changed everything, changed the way they played. And that's why a lot of people think the U.S. is like 50 years behind in soccer, because they're still kind of stuck in that. Yeah. And like it takes time, you know. But what about in football? Like, has anyone really changed it like that?
I think guys like Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, guys like that has completely changed the game, where you completely rely on explosive playmaking.
Yeah. And
just deep ball. Then there's guys like Brady, Manning, Breeze, where it's all mental. It's all mental. You don't have to have the biggest arm. But if you can go to the line of scrimmage and you say, 54 is the mic, you know he's blitzing, you know what coverage it is, and you know exactly where you're going to put the ball because you know exactly where the defense is going to go. Like, that changed stuff. But I feel like for a while, though, even 80s, 90s people like knew how to read defenses. But definitely nowadays with guys that can move out of the pocket, I mean, running quarterbacks, that really changed the game. No quarterback will make the top 10. It's only in a pocket passer. Like he can't scramble.
Yeah.
Everyone is able to move. No one's going to be stationary. Like the last guy that was probably drafted really high up, well, the one was Sam Bradford. He won the Heisman to Oklahoma. He's cannot move at all. He's just a body like Peyton and Tom Brady. Just like big, not fast, nothing. But that completely
That's
changed
what I like about Brady, though. He's not that athletic. He's just like so
good.
I don't know, smart, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's cool. I like players like that.
I really do miss watching Peyton Manning play. He was one of my favorite. Just Peyton Manning was just awesome. The Sheriff. That's what everyone called him. The Sheriff.
That's cool.
What was
do you have any favorite sports memories, you think? Like, thinking back, like, we're watching all these old games. I've been thinking a lot about, like, different sports memories that I have.
I have a couple.
Like, playing it or watching it, you know?
All right, so here, I'll give you a couple while when I was playing it. I was really young, okay? I was in, I don't know, second grade. And I went to this football camp at Stony Brook, which is a college. And this one year, I was quarterback. And this one year, I had this friend. I don't know his name, but he was also a quarterback, and it was like me and him. Like we always competed against each other, and you would at this camp, you would compete throughout the whole camp, and then win like the MVP, and I just never won it. And this kid like beat me this one year, and then the next year I won it, and it was sick. Like this trophy is like probably from the size of my feet to my waist.
Really?
It's huge. I still have it.
Like sick.
When you come, next if you ever come here, like I'll show you it. It's huge, and it's so cool. And I'm like, I love that trophy. There's like 3. It's like one
like
pole.
3 like levels.
There,
right?
it's like a triangle of poles, a bottom, a middle, and a top. Yeah. And it's so cool. And it just says like Tyler Purdy, QB MVP. That was like funny. Really cool. See, another great memory was when I threw a no-hitter in Little League Baseball.
That's pretty cool.
That was really cool. I've gotten close a couple times. Like I've thrown like 2 hitters before, but I never threw a no-hitter. And when I threw that was sick. You know, like Little League Baseball. Like
Little League was so fun, dude.
My Little League was like very competitive.
Mine was too.
Like it was fun, but very competitive. And I had such a bad mental game. Like I'd get upset so quick.
Oh, dude! Every time I struck out when I was a kid, I'd cry.
Dude, like
I would be pissed. I was the one I'd take my helmet, I'd throw it against my bag, and I'd.
Bro, like my parents would leave games. They'd be so mad at me. Like I'd get mad at my parents. All that crap. So yeah, that was a cool sports memory. Actually, another sports memory which I'll always remember. So you know, like Jeremy Rucker, I told you, Ohio State went to my high school.
Yeah.
So he was in our Little League, a year older than me, and like everyone, the really good baseball players weren't that scared to hit against him. Like I was scared to hit against him and stuff because you do like in Little League, like I don't know. I guess everyone was clocking 40, 50, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
He's clocking like 65.
Yeah. We had a guy like that too.
And we were so scared. And this one guy, my friend Sal. First off, sometimes when the other team doesn't have enough players and not because they asked like, hey, like can we borrow an outfielder? So this one inning, I don't know, it was in the middle of the game. It was like a serious game. It's like, yeah, like I'll play the outfield. So Jeremy's pitching. Sal goes with the hit. Sal hits a nuke against Jeremy. I'm in the outfield. I make a diving catch on my own teammate.
Really?
Sal was so mad at me. He was like,
dude, that's funny.
He was like, Purdy, the one time I get a hit off of Jeremy, it's a nuke. And you had a diving catch. Like, I completely laid out for it.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Dude, I would have been pissed too.
Yeah, and the other team was dying laughter. Because, like, I mean, I probably could have, like, faked it. Because it was a hard catch. That was funny.
Yeah.
For tennis,
funny, yeah.
It was a bad memory. We made it. We were about to win like our conference or whatever, and it came down to it was 3-3, and like this one kid on our team lost. That sucked.
Yeah.
A good football memory was when I scored my first touchdown my senior year, homecoming. Got a couple catches and a TD. When we won the Suffolk County Championship, that was fun.
Yeah.
I don't really know any other like defining moments.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe if I'll think of them, I'll tell you. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about Little League. Little League, first of all, was so lit. Like, the weekday games, you play at night, and you, like, evening time. Then you get burgers after. We'd always get burgers after
I
games.
would get
churros
and churros and pretzels for free because we would play.
Really? Yeah, no, we'd get burgers. We'd get burgers after the games, and, like, it was just so fun. And one, like, moment from Little League that stood out to me is... So one of my best friends now, I broke his nose in Little League, in minors Little League. I remember I was a sick catcher, by the way, sick catcher.
I played pitcher.
But I was playing catcher, and this kid, Bobby, he's at first. So the pitch comes, and I see him leaving early, you know. So I see him going for second. I throw it, it bounces right in front of second base. He turns his head, and it hits him right in the nose and breaks his nose. And he has no idea who I am. I didn't know him at the time either. And I remembered him, though. I was like, oh, because I felt kind of bad. Like, I broke his nose. I didn't even say anything. You know, like, I just sat there, like, hiding behind my mask, you know?
Yeah.
And freshman year of high school. So it's like all the different, like, middle schools are coming together for high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my very first class, first period, I have English. And I sit down, and I see the kid whose nose I broke walk into the classroom.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, dude, like, this is weird. Like, does he remember me? Does he know me? Like, is he going to be mad? And, like, keep in mind, this is, like, 4th grade when this happened, too.
Oh, yeah.
So he walks in, and doesn't say anything. Has no idea who I am. I introduced myself to him. Because, like, we were introducing ourselves to the class and stuff. And, like, I talked to him, and I became friends with him. And, within 2 months of school, we were both close friends, like, pretty cool friends. He played soccer and stuff. And once I felt like I was close enough to him, I finally broke it to him. I'm like, hey, dude, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember did you break your nose in 4th grade? And he was like, yeah, bro, how'd you know that? I was like, do you know who that was by any chance? He's like, oh, no, just some asshole from the Rockies. And I'm like, oh, dude, well, it was actually me. And he was just sitting there like, wait, are you serious right now? Was that actually you? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah. And he didn't know. It was awkward because he didn't know what to say either. He had no idea. And he ended up being cool about it. He was like, it was so long ago, you know, I'm not mad anymore. But he said, he was like, yeah, but it ruined my 4th grade year. So all the time now we joke about it. Like, yeah, well, that's, like, if he does something, I was like, yeah, that's why I broke your nose. Like, if he annoys me for some reason. So I'll still joke about it. So that was, like, one of my funny Little League memories. But for soccer, my favorite soccer memories are every World Cup since 2006. Every World Cup final, I have a cool story of how I watched the game.
How did you watch it?
2006, so it happens only every 4 years. So 2006, I remember the game was going on. It was like, I don't know if it was early morning or nighttime or late at night. But I remember I was sleeping in my grandparents' room. And I was supposed to be asleep. Like, my mom got mad at me, and I was supposed to be asleep. And I had to watch it. The way I watched it was I was pretending, I was squinting with my eyes to make it look like I was sleeping. And that's how I watched the whole game. And I don't really remember much of it, because it was actually really hard to watch like that. But that's how I watched. That was my first World Cup final. The second one was 2010. This one was really cool because I was in the Philippines with all my cousins at the time. And that's the year Spain won. And in the Philippines, a lot of my family's Spanish. So they're all, like, rooting for Spain. So I was there, and the time difference, the games in the Philippines were, like, at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
4 in the morning. So it was really because, so I was 9 years old during this. Yeah, 9 years old. Dang, that was a while. And we watched all, like, the games leading up to it. In the World Cup final, we went to bed first, and we had to wake up at, like, 12 at night so we could watch. It was, like, a party at that time, too, because we were too young to stay up the whole time. So we went to sleep at around 9. Then we went up at around 12. At 12, we drive to my cousin's friend's house, and they're hosting this party for, like, a viewing party for the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The games are, like, 2 in the morning, but we get there, like, at 1 or so. And before the game, we were all outside. It's super hot in the Philippines at nighttime, so we're all outside playing soccer in the grass. And it was a really cool environment, like, all my cousins and my cousin friends just playing soccer before the game. Then we go inside, watch it, and Spain ends up winning it, which was huge. Everyone was super hyped. So that was really fun. And 2014, Germany versus Brazil. I was in Mexico with my friend. I have a friend from Mexico, and we went to, like, his village, like his family's, like, little village, and we had no power to watch. There was a storm that week, and we had no power to watch the game, and we were all, like, super nervous. What are we gonna do? And what we did to get power for the TV is his uncle hooked up the tractor, like the battery of the tractor.
No way.
Just to watch the game. Yeah, so that was sick. And Germany won, which is that was cool. Then what was after that? 2018. 2018. That one I was here, and my friends and I, we just went to a viewing party in Avaya Stadium, which is where the MLS team here plays. And we just watched it. It was like at 7 in the morning, so they came over at like 4 in the morning. We slept a little bit. Then we drove over there really early in the morning and watched the game. And got breakfast after, and that was really fun too.
I just thought
Not as interesting, but yeah.
I just have 2 other memories. So one memory is actually pretty similar to you. Was this year's 2019 Wimbledon. It was Djokovic versus Federer, the final.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to watch this match. This is in London, so I had to wake up early. I woke up like at 6 o'clock in the morning. It started at like 8. And it was a 5-hour and 15-minute match. Ended up being like one of the greatest matches of all time. I watched the entire thing. It was sick. And then another one, which is actually, I don't know how I forgot this. This is probably my greatest sports memory of all time, and nothing will ever surpass it. And it's definitely not what you're thinking at all. So, I'm like 6 years old, 7 years old. Okay, playing in my little league, having a catch, and this guy Noah, he was a little tall. He was a little shorter. I was taller. We'd always tease each other. I'd usually go over the top with him. One day, we were doing pop fly drills, and I think I pushed him a little bit, so he couldn't catch the ball, and he snapped on me. Runs, tackles me, puts me in a rear naked chokehold. My face turns purple. I couldn't breathe. Like, my dad and his dad come break us up, and next thing you know, we become best friends.
Really, because of that?
I sleep over his house, like that night or the next day, and now he's like my brother. Like we're just family. I'm family with his family. He's family with my family. He's my freaking best friend. Love that kid. Noah, shout out to you. Shout out to his brothers, Cody and Jaden. Yeah, it was crazy because so his dad, he just knows jujitsu, knows how to box, knows all that stuff. So he teaches them out the womb. Like I know some stuff because I've been there with them since I was so young. So I know like little stuff, nothing that intense. I'm not that good at it, but they're a lot better than me at it. So like literally, like he literally knew how to put me in a rear naked chokehold at like 6 years old, and like good too. And yeah, so crazy sports memory right there. That's probably gonna be my best one. I mean, it's related to sports, baseball.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's pretty cool to say that my best friend, like ever, like we got into a fight. That's how we became best friends.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's similar to mine. Like one of my best friends, I met him because I broke his nose.
Yeah,
you know.
Right? It's crazy.
But it's funny how it works like that. But I don't know about you, but like I can recall so many fights during like recess because of sports.
I don't know about sports, but like middle school, people were always fighting, just like idiots. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they think they're tough or something if they punch someone in the face. Like I never got that. Like if someone came up to me, if I was pissing them off, like I'm not gonna fight them. Like you're not any more tougher than me. If you want to punch me, like dude, go ahead. Like I'm not gonna fight you. It's stupid.
And it's funny we're talking about this because last night we had a conversation. When we were eating dinner, we were all eating dinner together last night, and we were talking about times in like elementary, middle school that we got in trouble. Because it came up because we were talking about how my little brother got sent to the principal's office because him and a few other kids were clogging the toilets every day after school. Which, like, I feel like everyone's done this because both of my little brothers have done this. I feel like I don't remember if I ever did it, but I've definitely done things like that. You know, like, what are, like, some of the things when you were a kid that you got in trouble for at school? Or did you get in trouble that much in school, like elementary school, middle school?
Well, like, I'm trying to think of, like, stupid stuff. I would always talk back. Yeah. Always talk back at lunch. So I'd always get lunch attention. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever, like, damaged property. That was never really my thing. I would always just say stupid stuff. And it would just always get me in trouble. I always had a mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, in elementary school, I wasn't a perfect kid. But I didn't get in trouble as much because I can recall there were just like a select number of kids that were just bad kids. You know, like got some really stupid things.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, you're a kid. You're a little kid, so it's like, so whatever. But middle school is where I got in more trouble. My first detention ever was because one of my friends and I, we finished early with the test, and what we did was we finished early from the test, and we didn't know what to do. We were really bored. So what we did is we got under our desks and started, like, telling everyone, hey, be careful, like, pretending like there was an earthquake going on at the time. And I felt bad because the teacher was such a nice teacher, but she was so mad at us. She's like, people are taking a test, and you guys are just messing around under your desks. What are you guys even doing?
That's so stupid.
I was like, oh, you know what I said? My excuse was whenever I'd leave my desk or something, I'd just be like, oh, I dropped my pencil. You know? Would you ever do that where you just, like, drop your pencil on purpose so you could get out of your desk? If you were doing something? So if, like, your teacher ever asked you, well, what are you doing? You could just, like, stand up with your pencil in your hand. You never did that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that was what I always did. I made sure, like, before I ever did anything bad, I threw my pencil on the ground first. So whenever the teacher asks, hey, Christian, what are you doing? It was easy just to grab the pencil and just be like, I was just looking for my pencil.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. Another big thing was throwing erasers.
I've never
in
did
class.
That.
Really? I don't know why erasers, but everyone would just throw erasers at each other.
Oh, one something stupid that I did? It was literally in 10th grade. 10th grade, my boy Mike and I were in bio, and we're, like, dissecting something, okay? And the teacher, like, leaves the room, and Mike and I, there was, like, the eyeball was, like, hard. And it was, like, kind of big. And we're like, dude, let's play baseball. So, Mike and I, everyone's surrounding. Everyone's, like, in a circle. and it's like me and Mike.
Uh-huh.
I'm pitching, he's batting, and we're playing baseball with it. He rolls up his bio lab and he starts swinging the baseball. I got a Snapchat memory from it the other day. People were sending me and him videos of them recording us playing. It was the funniest stuff. We were hitting freaking nukes in the classroom.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was pretty stupid.
I feel like the science lab was a good place to mess around in.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, for us, I remember one of the things I did. We had a pig dissection, and my teacher was shocked. No, it wasn't the teacher. At first, it was a kid who noticed it. So what I did, we were dissecting, like, the fetal pigs, right? You ever do that?
No, I've only dissected... I don't know. I honestly forget what I don't think I've dissected anything really big.
Right. Well, no, it's like a small pig, like about a foot long. Like it's a fetal pig. It's still like
nothing
yet.
that big.
Yeah. So I don't know. Everyone does it here, I guess. But what I did, like, I just thought it was a good idea. I cut the tail off my pig, and I hid it inside like another person's pig, and the kid was shocked. It was like, we're supposed to follow it, and like every pig looks the same. It's like, what is this? And he calls over the teacher, and she was looking at it, and he's like, I have no idea what that is. Like, I don't know if that's like a burst effect or something.
And they didn't realize that your pig had no tail?
No, it was the tail of my pig.
How did they not realize that your pig had no tail?
It's like a tiny little tail like that. It's like 3 inches long, 3 inches long.
My God.
And so I just cut it off. And they were so like, they're like, what is that? And my sister was just sitting there like looking at it. Like,
and they never figured it out?
I think my teacher figured it out eventually.
Did he get mad at you?
He was cool about it. No, because he didn't know it was me. He didn't know I did it. But he was just really confused at first. And I just thought I was dying laughing. Like, like everything. I don't know. I just thought it was really funny. But, yeah, I think in science lab, we messed around a lot. It was a fun time. It's because that's when it was easiest. There was a fight one time during in high school in the science lab.
You told me about that, yeah.
Because, yeah, our professor was looking at a microphone, and behind him, 2 kids going at it, and he couldn't even see it. He was so mad, too, when he found out.
That's crazy. I guess we'll start talking about our challenge.
Yeah.
So, we decided our second challenge will be to meditate for 1 hour straight.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm more scared about this one than the running. This will be a little harder than the running, I
so
think.
I've been trying to meditate every day for about 5 minutes, and it really does go by really fast. Like,
yeah.
I just work on my breathing. I just do like breathing stuff, and literally it takes 5 minutes, and it feels, I don't know, like 2 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
So
feels fast, right?
Yeah. So this one, I'm just going to do the same stuff I do, but extend it a little bit more, and hopefully it goes by faster. I think we should like do it at the same time.
We should, yeah.
We should FaceTime. I might go outside, honestly. We'll mute each other's mics.
That'd be smart.
Yeah, we'll mute each other's mics so we don't hear each other. We'll set an alarm on our phone, and then we'll just do it, and then we'll go get the alarm at the same time.
Yeah, dude, just sitting still for an hour straight.
Yeah, that's hard, dude.
Not doing anything, that'll be tough.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not like those Instagram challenges you see now. See 10, do 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been seeing that, but dude, I hate that.
It's like, yeah, I agree. You shouldn't have to get nominated to want to do 10 push-ups. You should be doing that because you want to, not because you got nominated. That stuff is so stupid.
Yeah, and it's not even that, too. It's like, what's 10 push-ups going to do for you? Is that making you fit? Is that making you strong?
Yeah.
Is that making you empowered?
I fall victim of this sometimes, too, and I really don't do it anymore. But I hate when people take videos of them working out. It's like, dude, like, you shouldn't want to have to show everyone you're working out. You should be working out for yourself.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the guys that are like, unless they're actually big and like they're jacked. If you're swollen, like putting up.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like big numbers.
I'm saying when you're just working at the field or anything like that, Like on a consistent
grind.
Yeah, on a consistent basis, it's like, dude, like you're working out for yourself, not to show everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
We're just stupid.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. It makes sense. But yeah, no, we're not doing. Me and Tyler, we're not trying to do like those little weak ass Instagram challenges. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do something that'll actually be tough for us.
Yeah, we gotta do really hard stuff that would either benefit us or just like we would learn stuff from, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. So if anyone's got any ideas, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, my grandma had an idea for us. Her challenge is for us to not use the word like or in an entire episode. And I've been trying this episode a little, but you have to think about what you say before what you say it. And it's so hard to sometimes not to use the word like.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I can talk without using the word like. The only thing is, though, I just have to talk a lot slower. And I pause. Instead of saying like, I pause instead. You know what I mean?
Then when you pause, so you say which is another thing that we can't say.
Yeah, so
it's
gotta get
hard.
the out for this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hard. But we'll work on it.
Challenge for us.
Yeah, I think it should be a challenge for us every day, not even on the podcast. We should not be using the word like and well, maybe
we shouldn't be saying it at all.
But we shouldn't be saying like at all.
Yeah, like's the worst one.
Yeah,
because I know people. I'm not great at it, but I know people that are really bad with it, and it just sounds not that good. You just sound insecure almost, you know?
Yeah, you don't hear any like the professionals. Like, I didn't have to just say like twice. I said it twice. You don't see any of the professionals using the word like when they speak.
And like people that can talk well, I did it again.
You don't need to say that.
Well, yeah, it sounds so. It's like someone that speaks well. I know I said it again, but yeah.
It's hard. Nah, it's hard, bro. It's really hard.
Yeah. Well, that's about it from us.
Yeah.
If you guys got any ideas for challenges or anyone feel free to do the different challenges with us. Or let's do it last time. We're going to try to get, people doing it. Just let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, you can check us out, 1306sports.com, YouTube, Spotify, Lex Feed the Wolf podcast. Peace.
Peace.